Good morning, folks. Let's see who's going to come on in here this morning. Let's see who's going to be first today. Denise George in the building. I knew it. Good morning. Good morning. Brother Damon Thomas. What's up, Brother Damon? The DJ. Yes, sir. Good to see you, bro. Who else we got? Folks, I hope I don't have this experience of the video freezing today like it did yesterday. So hopefully everything goes well. Marquette, good morning. Hey, Marquette. Good to see you. Okay, now I'm going to try to pronounce this name. Hopefully I don't butcher it. But I'm going to say Garcia. Udelis Garcia. Thank you. Thank you. Morning. Good morning, Goldie Perry. Hope everything is going well. All right, folks, let's get started. I'm not going to keep you guys today. I do want to talk to you about something, though, so I'm going to go ahead and get to it. Y'all ready? If it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me take the ringer off so we wouldn't be interrupted. Just give me a second. All right, here we go. Folks, before we get started into our topic for this morning, our morning walk, I want you to do me a favor and go to 2 of my business pages. Jay Lee Speaks, because one, for Jay Lee Speaks, that's where we launch our Monday Motivational Power Talk each and every Monday at 9 p.m. sharp, Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you like that page. Also visit the website, jayleespeaks.com. You can also subscribe to our emails there as well. Also have apparel on my website, jayleespeaks.com. Click on the products tab and you will see that we have shirts, tote bags, beach towels, pillows, tank tops, hoodies. We're loaded there, folks. So make sure you visit that page, that website as well, and check out our apparel and get you something. If you love me, buy from me. Stop buying from Ralph Lauren. He's not inspiring you. I'm inspiring you. So go out there and show me your appreciation by purchasing some of our apparel, okay? Now, the other business page I want you to follow on Facebook is WAN Global LLC. Go and click like on that as well, because we're about to launch our Wealth Summit tours, starting with the Tampa Bay Wealth Summit in the first quarter of 2018. So we're going to have information coming out on that very, very soon. Valencia Harris, good morning. Jocelyn Price, good morning. What's up, cousin buzzing? So, folks, let's get into our topic today. What I want to talk about is when being hungry isn't enough. I know some of you saying, man, you making it more difficult and more difficult, Jay. Listen, man, let me tell you something. Sometimes, not all the time, occasionally, being hungry is just not enough to get you to that next level. You guys understand what I'm saying? Sometimes, good to see you, Anne Marie Duncan. Sometimes being hungry is not getting you to that next level. So what about that? What do you do? I'm going to tell you the truth, folks. When you're hungry, you're going to do everything you can. You're going to do all you can do when you're hungry. But see, there's still something inside of you that would take your hunger, that would take your efforts to that next level. And it takes more than hunger to do that. And I'm going to show you what happens. See, the universe helped you with that. You guys understand? The universe helped you with that. Like Labiska Gibbs, good morning. Hey, good morning, Diane Rozier. Let me explain this, folks. I'm going to explain this by telling you this. Yesterday, I was watching he's a distant friend. Haven't spoke and seen him in a while. His name is Gary Vaynerchuk. He's a very, very successful entrepreneur. He has his own media company now. He actually turned his father's wine business into a $65 million wine business. Now, let me share with you this. On yesterday, Gary Vaynerchuk interviewed one of the all-time greatest boxers in the history of boxing. And that gentleman's name is Roy Jones Jr. Gerard Pinckney, good morning, sir. Gary Vaynerchuk, he interviewed Roy Jones Jr. And Roy Jones explained what made him great. And as I listened to Roy Jones' story, what made Roy Jones amongst the greatest, or one of the greatest, and probably the best defensive skilled fighter ever, what made Roy Jones great was not his hunger. See, he had the hunger to be a fighter. But what knocked him up, what brought him up, is what the universe set up for him. You see, ladies and gentlemen, Roy Jones explained that he was always a good fighter. But what knocked him up, what made him a great fighter and be amongst the greatest, was the fact that he was robbed of the gold medal in the Olympics to an Asian guy. He said the Asian guy later admitted that Roy Jones beat him, but Roy Jones got the silver when he should have gotten the gold. So, you see, folks, sometimes the universe allow or causes things to happen to us that bring that extra strength, that brings up that extra strength that we need to make a dent into the universe. Brother David Adams, Johnny Numbers, good morning to you. Okay, folks, when you show up hungry and you apply all that you need to apply to satisfy the hunger that you have for success, the universe will cause things to happen to you, around you, or maybe in you to test your hunger. Maybe good morning, cousin Buzzin'. You see, when you say you're hungry for something, you're going to be tested, Jack. You see, he was robbed of the gold medal. Roy Jones Jr. was robbed of the gold medal. He got a silver when he should have gotten the gold. That was his test. And because of it, he went into the pros with a chip on his shoulder, and God helped those who stood in the ring with him. You saw what he did. You saw his career. You saw how he made people look like fools in the ring. He embarrassed people in the ring. You guys seen how Roy Jones worked? So, folks, let me ask you this question. Have your hunger been tested? And I hate to keep referring to boxing because I know it's a violent sport, but I want you guys to really, really get this picture. I want you to really see this. Mike Tyson was always hungry to fight and win. He never wanted to lose. He really started losing on the other end of his career. But when he was younger, the young Mike Tyson, first of all, he was going to destroy you. That was just his overall objective. But if you hit Mike Tyson and if he feel your punch, that was his nudge to take his destroying you mission to a whole new level. You guys understand what I'm saying? Sometimes being hungry is not enough to get to that next level. See, that's the difference, folks, between a champion and a mogul. What's the difference between a champion and a mogul? See, champions breaks records. You see, champions are hungry enough where they'll break records. But a mogul gets that edge to test his hunger. See, a mogul breaks barriers. Let me say that again. Champions break records. Sorry about that freeze, but it seems to be okay. Champions break records, but moguls breaks barriers. Are any of you facing any barriers right now? When I say barriers, I'm not just talking about adversity. I'm not talking about the challenges that you're facing. You're going to face those as champions. When I'm talking about barriers, I'm talking about a wall that you see that don't look like it could be moved. A wall that don't look like it could be knocked down. You see, barriers knock those, moguls knock those down. Those are barriers. Am I making sense, folks? Are you getting that? So Roy Jones Jr. in his interview, he explained that. He was hungry to be a fighter, but his hunger was tested. And he said he wanted his lick back. Thank you, Diane Rosier. Ladies and gentlemen, put that in the comments like Diane did. Champions break records. Moguls breaks barriers. So, your hunger is going to be tested. See, hunger will bring you the success you need. But what if that success moves up to another level? And your hunger is not enough to get you there. The universe is going to give you a test. The universe is going to test you. The universe is going to cause something to happen to you that you probably get so angry, you direct your anger towards your mission. And it will bring the best out of you. How many of you have tried to squeeze? I'm going to give you another example. How many of you have tried to open up a jar? The jar is so tight, you got frustrated. You wanted what's in the jar, but the jar top would not turn. You got so damn pissed, you bit your bottom lip to the fact that your bottom lip nearly bled, started to bleed, and you all of a sudden got that jar open. Where did that extra strength come from? Right? Where did that extra strength come from? That comes from your higher self. That comes from deep within. That's a strength that you didn't know you had. How many of you have discovered strength you didn't know you had? Just like I explained, that jar you tried to open. Right? As a child, growing up, I would get into some fights myself. And when I was fighting, I was never mad enough to want to hurt somebody. And when I was young, I used to have a problem with my nose bleeding. It would bleed. You don't have to hit it. It would just bleed. Sometimes I could run and play basketball, heat my body up, and it would bleed. And a few times my nose did that when I've gotten to a few fights with some people as a child. And I don't mean to bring this up. I'm just giving you guys an example of what happened. And when my nose bled and I wasn't even touched, the guy that I was in a scrawl with tried to take credit for it during the fight. And I got so angry, some inner strength came out of nowhere. And I hurt the person. So, just an example. I mean, that's my childhood. Of course, I don't, So, listen, folks. That extra strength is that nudge to get you to that next level. That hunger cannot take you. You guys get that? That extra strength, that inner strength that you didn't know you had, is that nudge that you need to get you to the level that your hunger could not take you. So it don't matter how hungry you are, you're going to find massive success being hungry. But sometimes that success moves to a point where it's out of reach and your hunger is going to be tested. You see? You've opened a whole lot of jars of pickles. Or a lot of jars of whatever it is that you want to open. Peanut butter, jelly, it doesn't matter. You've opened a whole lot of jars. You were hungry enough to get the jar open, even though the jar was tight. But you get tested when you try to open that one particular jar, and that jar top will not turn. Do you quit? Do you ask someone else to open the jar for you? But what if no one else is around for you to ask to open the jar? And you need to get that jar open. And that jar will not turn. You got to find that inner strength. You got to find that strength you didn't know you had. And the reason and how you get that is getting mad at the jar. Till you bite your bottom lip. Like this. And you squeeze that bottom lip to the lip. You damn near make that lip bleed, damn it. And that jar will open. Because you will find strength you did not know you had. And guess what? The next time, that strength will be available to you without you getting pissed. Did you know that? Why? Because our brain already has received it. Our brain received that strength is there. It's in your consciousness now. You know that it's there. So you'll use it again if you have to. Until another time come where you have to bite your lip again and find a much powerful strength again. Stronger than the strength that you had before. You guys following what I'm saying? So the moral to our morning walk today is sometimes hunger or being hungry is not enough. You need to find that inner strength that the universe has available for you. See, a lot of people go their whole life without finding or discovering that inner strength, that extra nudge. They don't find it. I want you to put that to the test, folks. The universe is going to test your hunger. You don't have to test that. The universe is going to do that. But you got to show that you're really hungry for the success that you want in your life and your business. So that you can be tested. Folks, listen. No test, no testimony. That inner strength is important. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope this is helpful. If this is helpful, please put that in the comments and say this is very helpful. And I want to give a shout out to those who always shares my videos. Denise George, Diane Rozier, Brother Cooper, Antoine Watts, Sylvia Fleming, Nisa Hopper, Trayon Brown. And if I missed though any of you who have shared, please put that in the comments, and I would like to really appreciate you. So that's all I have for you today, folks. Please share this video. Those of you who came in a little late, watch the video again and then share it. That being said, I want you to do me one last huge favor, and that is to sing like no one can hear you. Dance like no one can see you. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Lee. I love you, and the world needs you. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. Have a marvelous day.